you doing, my guys? So I hope you guys are very, very good. I still remain your real servant, the same person that is Morpheo Joe, and you welcome to my program, Morpheo Joe. Be some pieces with Morpheo Joe. It's been a while, but thank God we're all here to witness another day. So I won't waste most of your time. What do I have for you today? What I have for you today is not that much. It's something that I've already mentioned on this program before. But something happened, let me say, something happened a few days ago, and I'm really moved because I still believe the same thing is still happening. Kira is still doing the same thing. Even when you continue to tell them, that is what I said, they will continue to make the same mistakes. So why they are making this mistake, I really don't know. Sometimes people say it's just about training. I don't believe it's everything all about training. Though I can categorize training to be different in different way. Gone are the days when you have one-to-one training. Most of the training people are receiving now are more or less like online training, which sometimes do not add up. But on this occasion, I can say that the person have got the adequate training needed to know that, okay, is something that she has done is a bit wrong, but still she never feel as the care never feel as if, okay, yeah, she has done anything wrong. And this is about when you pick up something on time and then you're able to to your offices. I will go into details what I'm talking about. I've mentioned the importance of reporting. It's one thing you're able to write something down. It's another thing you are able to report something back to your offices, to nip something when they are still at the board, when they're still very, very young. So in order not to cause it to be a massive issue, either for you or for your organization. So I've mentioned this thing several times. It's one topic that I always want to be going into often and almost every day. Because my experience in this field shows that there are lots of carers. I can't say that they don't care. They do care. But sometimes it's just as if they zero their mind on something that goes in their pocket rather than doing the job in the right way. I'm very sorry for those care out there that are doing the job very well. There are lots of care out there who are very, very good. You don't even need to, once you've already given them the necessary training, you don't even need to be chasing them all around or tailoring them all around before they know what they have to do. They know what they have to do and they're doing what they have to do in the right way. It's not just about knowing what you have to do. It's one thing you know what you have to do. It's another thing you're able to do that thing the way it should be done. But when you know what you have to do and then you're not doing that thing the way it should be done, definitely it's as good as you don't know. That's the way I always fix it. So I want to go into a situation whereby a carer goes to our clients and then they see something that could cause an issue and they just keep quiet. It's not my problem. Or the one that is the problem, they just feel that safe. Why should I tell anybody? Why should I even talk? Why should I call anyone? It's not my job. It's not my, even the one that is even the job. So why should I, why it's even wasting the time. I don't really know how they get to that situation, whereby when they see anything that is wrong, they prefer to keep quiet. But personally, how I categorize that one is that they focus more on the monetary part rather than to focus more on the job. I always have one watchword. I believe that if I do the right thing, the money will surely come, whichever way. So far I go out, I do what I need to do. That money side will surely take care of itself. And there is popular saying that what's worth doing at all is what's worth doing well. If you've got to leave your house, you've taken a bus or you drive a car to your place of work and you still go there and do a crap job, then there is problem somewhere. Something is not adding up. Maybe it is the job that you don't know how to do the job, or you know how to do the job. You just take your eye off the guard. You're not concentrating, or you are doing that thing intentionally, or you do not care. You have to fall into one category or for this category. So why do I need to go back to this? Okay, I will show you this picture. I don't know anyone that will say this kind of situation. You as a carer, you go into your client, this client that you've always attended to every time, excuse me, and then you see this kind of a wound, or you see your client that's always, they are fresh, they allow you to do whatever, and then that side of their arm, and they said, okay, please don't touch that area is hurting, and nothing ever comes to your mind that what is there. You will never, you didn't ask any question. You just feel okay, and then you walk out. Nothing take your awareness into that side. What is going on here? Is there anything wrong that is going on here? Why will you give somebody a wash, and then that side is covered, or they are telling you don't touch it, or they even show it to you, but don't touch it, and then that is it. You just walk in, walk out, walk in, walk out. Imagine at the end of the whole day, somebody then bleed to death through this kind of a wound. Who's going to be a problem? You are only going out for, at worst, how much they will pay you. Let's say they even pay you £20 per hour. Let's say they pay you £100 per hour. By the time this problem started, my dear, £1 million per hour will not be enough to wash you away from this. This is just truly to prison. Just truly to prison. It shows that you don't know what you're doing. It's just as simple as that. You don't need to go far. If they ask me to handle this, I will tell you, you don't know what you are doing, and you shouldn't be in the care industry. And if you're in care industry, or you know what you are doing, then something is wrong. Maybe at that particular point in time, you are not fit to be on the field. And it's better to say it rather than to just, okay, because I need the money, you continue to go when you are not fit mentally, you are not stable mentally. So all these things, instead of you, those things that you need to pick up, you do because you have your own problem. That is for you into your mind. Or you are after that money, you don't even care. How many hours have I done? Is this 8 hours there, 3 hours there, 2 hours there? And at the end of the week, I will have this hour, pum, 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 let me run around. Let me tell you one thing. All those money you are adding together, when this problem arises, I bet you, you will not know even where those money are. You will not even remember 8 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 hours you are counting together to go with me. You will never even go there, because the whole world will just turn upside down. I'm telling you reality. I want every carer out there to make sure that they focus on what they're doing. This is so simple. It makes me, I can't say I'm becoming mad or angry. You guys are not a kid. Most of you are mature, elderly people. This is your day-to-day job. This is what you do for a living. Imagine you have a child. Imagine you have a mother. Imagine you have a father. Imagine you have any member of your family, even your friend. And then they said, okay, they've given this person to a carer to be looking after, or to someone to be looking after, and this kind of a thing happens to them. And then that person now comes, I really don't know what happened now. Though I saw it, but they just said I shouldn't touch it, and that was it, without even raising any alarm. How will you feel? How will you feel? I always tell so many people, if you want to be successful in everything, you've got to take ownership of that thing that you are doing. Then you'll be successful, because it will hit you straight as if it is your own. But if you leave this kind of a thing, you are the worker, you just go in there for the sake of the money. And there is something about social work care. Let me say, care, being a carer, there is something about it. If you're bad, and you think that, okay, it's just about the money, that money will never be useful for you. I don't know, it's just a normal thing. It will never be useful for you. You get the money, and another opening or bad thing will just open for you to spend the money into. And by the time you finish spending that money, you then realize that, wait a minute, I actually gathered this money together for something else. And then you'll be recounting, I did a lot of job. That company, I made a lot of money there, but you won't be able to show for it. You just have to look inward. Look at yourself. Nobody is running, chasing all around. There is no witchcraft anywhere. It's you are your own enemy. So these are the things that you're supposed to be looking after. Reporting, report writing, and reporting, they are very, very, very important. You can imagine somebody with this kind of a wound, and a carer is telling you that, okay, I've already written in a book. Written it in a book. Really? That book will not get to your offices until maybe after a week, maybe after the end of the month. What will have happened to this person? At the end of the whole day, by the time they now go deeper into it, they realize that this is self-harm. Somebody will want to kill themselves. Somebody will want to kill herself or himself. Imagine you just leave her and you go, don't touch it, and then you didn't touch it, and you refuse to report it to your office. Then the following day, what they did is just to cut their neck off. And then by the time people started to see that, okay, this cut, what did they do to this cut? Before it gets to them cutting their neck or cutting their throat, it's not your problem. That is why, this is one of the reasons why I actually started this particular program. Because I've seen a lot. And the worst thing is that some of the people that involve in this kind of mistakes are people of my color. It just shows that we are running down here because, okay, you need the money, you want to make money, you want better life for yourselves. That is why you did not describe job. You wake up in the morning, you run around, you go out there to do the job. But you go out there to cause problem for yourself because this is a massive problem that can cost you a lot. If not that, another carer who has, I can't say what, it just shows that the person is far, far better than you. She's more equipped than you, or he is more equipped than you. That is why the person was able to pick up this and report it immediately. She reported it, and then everything was flagged off. And the right medical assistance was given to the client. And sometimes when you listen to all these kind of people defending themselves why they didn't report this thing, you will feel ashamed of yourself that, come on, this is just so simple. Put yourself in the shoe of this particular person on their family shoes or their friends' shoes, and just feel like, okay, you are the other side of the coin. How will you feel? How will you feel? Will you just be looking at all these things just to be having that, okay, there's really nothing there. There's nothing there. It's just, I saw it. I just said that, okay, it's hurting. Don't touch it. And I just do my job and then walk away. What's your job? You've not done anything. What's your job? One of your job is just to look after somebody. You are not looking after. It's not just to go there to go and give you. Do you need a wash? I'm okay. You are all those things. You think that is an opportunity for you just to run around to another place. Do you even pick it up that, wait a minute, this person haven't eaten this since morning. I've been there this morning. She said or he said it's okay. I've been there this afternoon. They're saying he said, she said, or he said or she said they're okay. You need to pick something up there. This is totally unusual. So what is going on? And then that is when you continue to ask more questions. Are you all right? Why are you not eating today? All those stuff. Let me get you all those things. You have to show the caring part of you. I'm not saying people should not do this job for money. Fine, do the job for money. But make sure you do the right thing. There are two people that is involved here. The client and yourself. Don't cause issue for yourself because of penny. Because of something that even for you to leave your house to that place, it won't take more money to get to that place than how much you'll be paid for. And you still go there and cause yourself more problem, more harm. What's the essence of you going out there? Why don't you just stay indoor and sleep? This is just not good enough. Whoever is, this is just one example. There are loads. They're doing all this thing. There are loads of error out there. Don't cause yourself any issue. Don't cause this field. They always look for an example, for somebody to use as an example, and don't be a wrong example at the other side. Because when it happens, there's nowhere to run to. Nowhere. Let me be frank with you. There is nowhere to run to. You can run helter-skelter. They will get to the bottom of the whole issue, whether you like it or not. No matter how smart you are, there is always a way to catch all this kind of a thing, to get to the bottom of all these things. It's just so simple. It's just so simple. Everybody should just rise up to the occasion. Show that you are in this job for the sake of making money by doing the right thing. And there are some that are in this job for the sake of having passion for this job. Most of those people that have got passion for this job, you will never even see them making this kind of a mistake because they open their eye. And there are some, they are so professional in their job. They pick up the right thing and they reported the right thing, even when they are there for the money. They're there for the money, but they still make sure that, okay, what they do happen to be the right thing. That is down to, as I said, okay, training, and the ability to say that, okay, I don't want to get myself into trouble. I don't want to be chasing around. I don't want to be a criminal. I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to be, I don't know what to say. I don't want to be in any mess because of how much. I always repeat the word, because of how much. That put yourself in a real mess, because if it happens, I bet you will be in a real mess. You'll be in a real mess. All this kind of a thing, whenever you see something, maybe the way your clients behave, maybe the way they will, something totally unusual happens to them. I was talking to somebody. Hello? I was talking to somebody a few days ago. And then there was an issue of a client. The client was not at home. So, and the caseworker actually called. So, what is your policy behind all those things that, okay, if you do not meet your client at home, how do you do it? I said, okay, we have a policy, but this is not unusual of the person to walk out of the house every morning. Okay, which is fine. But when you go there in the morning and then you look around and it's nowhere to be found, you look inside, nowhere to be found. By the time you go back there in the afternoon, you just have to raise the alarm. Because you cannot just call them something that is very usual of them. They go out, every second they go out, whatever they like. Even by 5 o'clock, they're already on the road if you don't go to them very early. So, you know that is a usual thing. So, but before, maybe after an hour or two, you always know that they usually come back home. Within that time, when you calculate that time or you target that time, by the time you go back, you usually meet them there. But something that is totally unusual, you go to their house, they are not there, you have to stay in front of the house and call service and police. You shouldn't leave the house, the front of the house. I've said this thing. If go to my YouTube page or Instagram, you will see one of the videos that I made on this. You just have to stay there. You have to stay there. That is the only place that they want you to be. You can't be any other place than that place. That is where people want. At that particular point in time, you call fire services, so you call police in order to come and knock the door down. If you call the police, yeah, police will come or just everything to check around. Then you're free. But if it's something usual, that's another thing. But you've been to a client, you've never seen them wrap their hand or their arm or their head or anything. You started seeing them to be wrapping their head, their distance. You've got to you've got to suspect some things. What is going on? Why are you not doing this? Why is this? Why is this? If you are very close to your client, because that is one of those things, one of those cases in this field, if you know your client very well, you very and then you have the compassion to do this job. By the time you attend to somebody, they get used to you, you get used to them, and start telling you whenever they have problem, they will tell you straightforward with you, because they see you as the only link that they have, the only friend, somebody that always comes to them to look after them. Yeah, sometimes somebody that you feel that they are very tough to deal with, when they are in position of distress, the only friend they've got is you, and they will just come after you. This is a problem, this is a problem. At the beginning, you sometimes, when you said, okay, that person is very tough, all those stuff, the client is very tough, you cannot even talk to them. Imagine somebody that have already lived their life on their own for 60 or 70 something years, and suddenly you just came from nowhere and started looking at them coming to their house. You are encroaching to their privacy, but it's not that you are encroaching to their privacy intentionally, but because of what is going on with them. But at that particular point in time, a lot of things is going on in their mind. But as time goes on, they get used to you, you get used to them. They will surely know you. Okay, before I end this thing, so I want anybody, if you are a carer, there's an opportunity that just come up. If you are a carer and then you need a job, and then you stay around Cambridge area, around CB22, CB21, and even to around area of Peterborough, around P15, P16, Marsh area, and you need a job, even if you are not a carer, but you want to train to become a carer, yeah, we are ready to train you. That is why you can get in touch with me, whether by text message or by phone. Sometimes I might not be available to pick up your phone. Just text me. I'll be able to help you out. I repeat, if you are in Cambridge area, or even you are in London here, you want to relocate, and you need a job in care industry, though it's in domiciliary care industry, but I assure you, car will be taking you all around to your clients. And then, even if we are not trained, we train you, and then we'll send you down there. So even if you want to stay there, there's a place for you to stay. Just give me a shout, and I will deal with that. There's another opportunity that come up in Southend on Sea, I think so, yeah. If you are a carer also, the same way with people in the Cambridge, if you are a carer, and then you need to, you believe that, okay, you are good enough, yeah, you can get in touch. Live around Eastwood area, Westcliff, and then Southend area, as maybe Leonsea or something. If you are around Eastwood, Westcliff, and then the Southend area, and you are a carer, or you want to train as a carer, you don't know much about caring job, we will train you. We will train you. We will let you know what you need to become a carer. Just give me a shout on that number. That's our number. Let me know. If I'm not available to pick your phone, just give me a text, and I will send you. Or if you live in Basildon area, let me know. Get in touch with me, I will find a way to. So that is that for the job. And then if you want to just train to become a carer, also let me know. So let me go back to what I've been saying. So don't cause yourself any problem. Just go and do the right thing. Do the right. Let's let people be. You are not just stuff. People cannot talk to you anyhow. Of There's possibility that you will always find yourself in trouble. You always find yourself in trouble, which is not nice. So I'm gonna stop this for tonight. Please know what you are doing. Focus on your job. Don't don't take your eye off the radar. This is what you're doing for a living. So why do you just want to do a crap job and then go? I'm not saying you shouldn't focus on the money. Focus on the money. We all work because of money. People always say that, okay, when you have passion for something, you just do it because you love it. At the end of the day, there is a reward at the back. If there is no reward, apart from those people who goes for, what's name, for charity, something too, they still go out. It's just for 2 months, 3 months, and then they live there and do their normal jobs. If you work 7 days, if you work 8 hours 7 days in a week and it's just for free, my dear, the probability that your your effort will come down is almost 99. The effort you will put in when there is a reward, which is the money at the end of the month or at the end of the week, at the end of the year, so far it's there, then you'll be able to put more effort in making sure that that thing works well. So far you've been paid, yeah, you've been paid very well. Job, please, I do not have any problem with you working because of money, but just do the job very well. Do the right thing. You don't need to just leave your house to go and cause issue for yourself. I'd rather sleep in my house 24/7 if I know that, okay, when I go out there I will stone somebody. Why do I need to go out to go and stone somebody when I can stay in my house? Or when I know that, okay, if I go to work today, I'm gonna go to do bad jobs. What's the sense of me even waking up at all? Let me just live forever and ever. So, but if you want to go out there and do the job, please do the right job. As I said, again, don't forget about anybody who needs job in Cambridge area, and there are some people or in Basildon or Southend. Let me know. Even whether you are a carer or you are not a carer, we'll find a way out. So once again, this is where we're gonna stop the program for today, and then until next week when I'll be coming with another topic. I still remain myself, Murphy Ojo. Have a blessed evening. Bye.